morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna. Today is WIP weekend number, I'm not sure. I think 149. Nope, 142 or 143. I will have it listed down below. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. As once again, I try and get organized, and it's not happening. I started off not knowing what WIP weekend it is. I'd like to welcome everybody here. Yes, come here. This is my little baby. Every time I start talking, she wants to join me, so she's here. She's not on the window ledge. It's very early in the morning. The sun has not come up yet. And so we hang out in here in the mornings. I'm doing this very early. I'll let you know in a minute. I want to start off with some good news. And so the good news, Colin and I went and saw went to the theater last Friday night and saw Come From Away. It was fantastic. We had so much fun. The music was lively. The story was about all the people landing in Newfoundland at 9/11 and how they were kept in the dark. Literally for 2 days they stayed on those planes not knowing what was going on. I can't imagine the fear that everyone had there, but it was a lively story and they made it really good, and we really had a good time. And then the rest of the weekend we stayed in. We went out for a nice dinner at a little pub near the theater. Really enjoyed it. Oops. My little girl's down here. You can't see her anymore because the stool is so low, but she is here. You'll see her tail flopping around once in a while. So that's what we did on the weekend. Nothing too exciting except for the theater. And then this week, I have started a class, and it's once a week, Wednesdays at noon or 11:30 till 12:30, and it's yoga for women over 55. And I loved it. I came out of there feeling so good, so stretched, so relaxed, a little sore the following day, but really, really enjoyed going to yoga. So that's going to be once a week for me. I know one of the girls that goes there, so we're actually planning to go out for lunch after yoga next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Not for the, and now not for very sad news. Colin's mom went into the hospital, and she has been living with this slight leukemia where every once in a while she'll need a blood transfusion just to get all her numbers, her blood work back in order. But she's been really lethargic since after Christmas, so the home decided to send her to the hospital, and we went there. And I don't think she's going to be coming out of the hospital. The leukemia has really just flared up. There's no way that she is strong enough to do any kind of chemotherapy. So, excuse me, they've given her a blood transfusion, and I'm not sure in the US or any other country, but we have, it's called MAID. It's medical assisted death, something. And my mother-in-law has decided to do that. They've told her she has a matter of weeks, maybe a month or two, but she doesn't want to go through the pain and the suffering. So she's decided I'll be going there today, spending the day at the hospital, because you never know when someone's going to come. They are going to come and interview her. It's about a week and a half process. They come and interview to make sure that sorry, she's all over me again, to make sure that she's mentally sound and can make that decision. And if she isn't, it's my husband's decision to make. But she is completely sound. Like she's got all her wits about her, but it's going to be a matter of weeks or months. So she wants to go out her way. And I totally respect it. It's been hard. We've been crying. My husband is like, at first, no, 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 no. But then I said, you've got to respect your mother's wishes. Like, these are her wishes, and that's what she wants to do. So we have to go along with it. So I'll be at the hospital over the foreseen future to see what's going on. So I may not put out a video. I'll probably put out a video once a week, but no extra videos or anything like that for the next foreseeable future. So I will let you know. I'm hoping you can't hear her purring. I will let you know what's going on there. And that brings us up to last night. We went and spent. She's not even in a room yet. She's been in the hospital for 2.5 days, and she hasn't even made it to a room yet. She has a tiny little room in emergency where they're keeping her comfortable, but that's about it. So it's not great news, but we knew the day was coming, like we could see her. And like last night, she was just talking about how wonderful Christmas was for her with all the kids, the grandkids there and everything. And she just loved this year's Christmas. So you know what? I'm so glad that we got all together this year. And we do most years, but she was hemming and hawing about coming because how much work it is to get her into the house. And I said, we have lots of healthy, strong boys. They literally lifted her into the house in her wheelchair, so she didn't even have to get out of her wheelchair. Ow! She just bit me. Overstimulated. I'm going to be bleeding. Oh, well. So she had a wonderful Christmas, and that's what she's on about. And it's so funny, like I say, when she's got her wits about her. We made her camera, her oh, what do you call it? Sorry, I'm all confuddled because we've just been stressed out the last few days. We made her the digital frame, and she's looking for one picture and hasn't seen it, and it's a picture of her with both her grandmothers. So I'm going to go through all the old pictures again and try and find it. And she's like, very stubborn. You need to find that. I need to see that picture. It was in this book. And like I said, she's very stubborn. Ow, that really hurt. um, so I'll be looking for a picture all weekend, so hopefully I find it for her. But we went to the nursing home, picked up a few of her items, so she's comfortable. She's got her own nighties and everything like that. And we picked up the digital frame, so we are going to, once she gets a room, we're going to put it on in her room so she has all the pictures to reminisce about. So that's what's going on, and I hate to say it, but that's the way life. You're born, and then we die, and it's hard. She's resigned to it, but it's hard on Colin, especially. Colin is an only child, so he doesn't even have brothers and sisters to help him go through the process. So it's going to be rough month, I believe. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to switch things up. I'm going to start from now on. I think I'm going to start with my finished items first, because then I can move into what I'm making. And she's making so much noise with the plastic phoenix. Come here, up here. And don't bite me anymore. Yeah, I'm bleeding. So I'm going to start with my finished items. And my first finished item, and I'm so thrilled, it is a scarf by CJ Brady. And it was my first time using one of her patterns, and I just love it. I'm going to put a picture up because you can see it much better in the pictures. But I love the way this turned out. It's beautiful. I blocked it, and it really has opened up the stitches with cat hair on it. And it is, I'm going to say, probably 7-8 feet long. It really stretched out quite a bit, but it'll be perfect around my neck a few times, and I just love the color on me. So that is my first finished item of the day. So I love the way it turned out. I have to thank Judy from Judy's Creations in Crochet. I actually won something on her channel, and I chose this pattern. And the reason I chose this pattern is because she recommends a lot of her patterns. She's uses one skein, and the yarn I used was Malabrigo Sock in the color Wales Road, sorry. And I used the recommended hook size, a 4.5 millimeter hook. And patterns are so easy to follow. If you have some beautiful one skeins, definitely check out CJ Brady. I really enjoyed making it, and it was very quick actually. If I had you know, all day long. You could make it in one day, actually. So that's my first WIP. My second, no, first finished item. My second finished item, and they're all in here, and I'll put a picture up here. I made all the stitch markers for the book cover inspiration. If your name is drawn, I'll send you a thank you for participating, and I'll give you a stitch marker and a progress keeper. So, and these, I made these all up the other day, and then I made a couple more. I'll put these into just for myself. Whoops, I just dropped one of them. And it's just the clear beads that I had shown you with some diamonds on them. I'll put a picture up for sure. So I made a few of those for myself. Well, now I have one. The other one is on the floor somewhere. And my third finished item was a pair of knit mittens. They don't look great. They're my first attempt. I actually have some of my progress keepers. I just needed to know what was the front of the mitten and which was the back. So these are by, okay, just one moment. I'll let you know who they're by. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong page on my notes. They are by Kait Biaz, and she has a YouTube channel, and I will link her channel and the tutorial below. I used Charisma by Loops and Threads, and the color is Bright Pop. Once again, it's dark in here. I just have the light shining on me, so I have to manage it somehow, and it is a bulky number 5. So my first try, they don't match exactly, but these are for Paige. They turned out a little big, so I will be making some more. But yeah, for my first time, I'm very pleased how they turned out. So her mom will probably end up wearing them. They're a little short in the fingers for me because I wanted to make them for Paige, but I'll let you know in a minute. But I'm really pleased with them, and that's my first pair of mittens I've never ever knit. So it starts off with a rib for the cuff, and then a couple increases, and the thumb. Very simple to do, and they work up really fast. I got these done in a few hours, actually. So I was really pleased how, with the bulky yarn, after using fingering yarns for knitting, excuse me, they work up really quickly. So that's my other finished item. Get these out of the way here. Just plop them down here. So I got 3 items completed. I was really surprised about that. So let's move on to what I'm working on now. So these are my WIPs for the week. I have been working on my paint by numbers, and slowly but surely it's getting done. If I hold it back here, you can see it a little bit better. So I just pick it up in the mornings while I'm watching some of my YouTube channels. I watch the news on YouTube, and I watch an American news. I just like to catch what's going on in the States, and I am praying for the people in California. The fires there are horrendous. I couldn't believe when I saw it. It looks like a war zone after the fires have gone through. So I'm so sorry for those people, and praying for them. That's my paint by number. And my knitted socks, I'm getting a little worried. And I think I figured it out. I'm a very, very tight knitter. And I think I'm going to have, maybe that's why my hands hurt while I'm knitting. So I'm going to have to relax my hands, make looser stitches, because I am almost at the toe. And I'm hoping I have enough to finish. I think I do. But yeah, you stop almost 2 inches away from the toe and start the toe. So on both socks, I'm at the same place where I'm ready to do the toe. So hopefully they'll get done this week. I have to concentrate and watch the video. So if I'm at the hospital, I'm not sure if those will get done, but I'm hoping that it'll get done. Hello, sweetheart. She comes back all the time. So what else am I working on? I am working on my mal from Judy's Creations, and it is a butterfly mal this year. And I will pop the picture up here. And like I said, I'm trying to use up my scrap yarns. So if you watch my book cover inspiration, you'll notice it's the same yarn, but the butterflies are in the blue and the teals, and this is perfect for the blue and the teals. So I'm just doing a corner to corner. Oh, it's turning up a bit. There we go. A corner to corner blanket, and I'm just every 8 rows I'm putting in a black. So I'm working on that, and the yarn is rough, but I know it washes up really well, so I think it's turning out quite good. So I'm working on that, and then I've decided to, whoops, I'm all caught up in the wires here, try another pair of mittens. So I have I've gone down in my knitting needle sizes. Oops, I don't want that to fall off. And went smaller in the cuff and smaller here. And I'm adjusting a few of the rows here and taking a couple rows off the thumb. And I'm hoping this will work out better for a child's hand than an adult hand. So I'll let you know how that's going. And I enjoy working on the needles that are a little smaller. The big, it was, I believe, 10 millimeter hook. It's hellish on my hands. So it's turning out very, very dense. But for mittens, that's perfect. And I'm using the same Charisma yarn, and the color in this one is called Haze. So I think it's turning out quite well. So it's more purpley than blue, but my camera always turns purple into blue here. Do you like that yarn? She's nibbling at the yarn beside me here. So I'm working on the mittens, so hopefully I'll get those done, and I may take those to the hospital with me, but I'm not sure. Hopefully it won't be an all-day thing, and I can come home and do a little bit of cleaning and get ready for the weekend, and hopefully she'll be in her room. Hello, beautiful. She's coming back up here. I'm very worried you're going to bite me again for no reason. She gets overstimulated when I'm petting her, and she nibbles, but she took a big, like a hard chunk out of me, and it's sore. So I'm working on those. What else am I working on? And I have been working on my commission blanket. It's down here. And I'm keeping this in Best Mom Ever. My daughter got me this bag. So I have been working diligently at this, and I've completed this many squares. So I have, hello, how many squares? 2, 4, 6. I've got 7 done, and I have 20 squares altogether, but the squares are turning out fantastic. And I love the colors in it. Let me hold it back here. That's much better right there. And she wants it bordered in a white yarn, so I'm just going to do the continuous join with maybe half double crochets around the whole thing. So that's what I'm working on, and it's probably going to be about 50 by 60 inches, so it's a bigger blanket than I normally do. And my mother-in-law, see, this is, have you finished the blanket for her? I said, Margaret, I'm working on it. Like, she doesn't realize how long it takes to make it, so she keeps asking me, have you finished the blanket for my best friend yet? I said, no, I haven't. And they were actually there last night also. After we left, they came about 8:30 and stayed for an hour with her too. So Allison's been wonderful to my mother-in-law, so I don't mind making that blanket for her. And I believe that's all my creations. I believe I'm done. So I just want to wish everyone a very nice weekend, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye for now.